Okay, so this is Hiram. He's running for office for the Cameroon election this October. I just brought this because I want us to go through some of his ideas in his manifesto and try to see if it's achievable, because you can write a lot of stuff and that you want to achieve, okay? As an anglophone, as an Amazonian, I am more focused on the resolution of the conflict in southern Cameroon. Okay, but he mentioned that in his manifesto too. That's why I'm very interested in going deep into knowing what he can do to resolve the ongoing conflict in Amazonia. I'm very happy that he mentioned that he's gonna do what we call demilitarization. It means that removing all Lapo military and release political prisoners, get into a very serious dialogue and negotiation process, and also making sure that there is a kind of referendum for the people to decide, okay, on the kind of state they want. That is not a bad move, okay, because the government of Cameroon has decided to stall all the negotiation processes from Switzerland to Canada. They have stalled all negotiation processes, and they prefer to militarize Amazonia. This guy is coming to do the opposite. That is why I'm very interested to go deep into those his manifesto. Another issue he said in his manifesto is the ending of the creation of Cameroon currency. I still don't understand how all African countries, majority of the English speaking African countries, have their currencies. The Francophone countries still have the CFA. Why? Must you have the CFA? Why not create your own currency? This is what this guy is coming to do. And it's a good idea. Ghana have their cities, Nigeria have their naira, other countries, different African countries have their monies. You are still spellbound on one currency. Uh, that France is the one correct doing the exchange. You don't know how they are doing the exchange. They manipulate you. They collect your money. Money go up, down, go up, down. You don't know that that's how France is making their money. Another aspect that I was very interested when I go through his manifesto is the aspect of dual nationality. Bia has never allowed dual nationality. I don't know why he hates diasporans this way. If you don't put dual nationality, how do you encourage diasporans to come and invest? I'm so confused. Other countries have no issue with dual nationality. When you go back, you can get whatever nationality you want. When you come back, the country welcomes you because you're coming with investment. You're coming with money to invest in your country. They say, no, you are not Cameroonian. How do you encourage diasporans to come? If somebody have French nationality, for example, okay, that person is French when he's in France. But that doesn't make you don't allow that person to come back to Cameroon as a Cameroonian. Okay? Anybody coming from abroad going back to Cameroon or going back to their homeland, they know that they're going to invest. They know that they're coming to bring money for the family, support the family, do everything. They are not just coming to come because they want to come. No. But you say no, they have to look for visa. They have to look for passport. They have to do this. You know very well that those people are Cameroonians or Southern Cameroonians. But you are putting that law to block them intentionally. Why are you afraid of the diasporans? If the system was so smooth to allow people to move from abroad and come back home, bring investors, bring this, but you cannot do that because of the bottleneck at the airport, Bottleneck at the seaport. You bring containers, only to remove that container is a trouble. Eh? You pass through all hurdles where you're coming to support the family, you're coming to support the country with the investments. But the mentality of the people is that they want to take what they can and they say, okay, I'm good. Then the person now, with all this, the investment that the person brings, the person leaves. Those people at the port there are very contented with what they are taking from you. They don't know that they are taking the destiny of and the future of that country. Okay, the money the things you bring to invest, they say you are not Cameroonian. I'm very happy that this guy is saying that he want to end dual nationality issue. Okay, it means that you have one nationality, right? You can, whether you're American or you go to Cameroon, you can use a Cameroon passport, enter Cameroon without any problem. You don't need a visa. If you're a US citizen now, you know that you need a visa to go to Cameroon. Why? And all that time wasting to look for visa, you go to the Cameroon embassy. You're a Cameroonian, right? If you, the same thing with the Southern Cameroonians. You are going to your country that, oh, okay, I bet, why do you need a visa? Why? Those are some things that I read from his manifesto that I was very impressed. But I know politicians are like that. They will have very nice manifestos. Okay, but when it comes time to implementation, okay, that will be the problem. Then another one, he talk about the state, the form of state, holding a grand national dialogue to discuss a form of state. That one is good because I believe in what can happen in Cameroon that will impact the people of Southern Cameroon to live as good neighbors, good people together. Okay, you know the worst thing to have is a bad neighbor. The worst thing to have is when you and your neighbor don't speak, because you remain neighbors. You share boundary. Whether you get mad at your neighbor, you wake up every day. Good morning, my neighbor. Huh? So no matter what you do, your neighbor remains your neighbor. Okay. So I'm very happy for him. I hope that he's not also been a manipulator like the others in the past. We've seen how these guys come and but the example of this guy makes me think of Senegal. You know what happened in Senegal? Usman Sonko was rejected like Maurice Kamto was rejected. Now the younger guy was propelled, and he chose Sonko to be his vice. So I'm looking at the similarity of what can happen here, where this guy can go up. You take somebody who can be your vice to win the election, and oh, and Kamto can be the person that he can choose. It depends, but I don't know. I hear the other opposition leaders want to have a coalition, but these guys have been doing that for many years. They are never serious. Better someone who is new and young can come and take over the thing to clean the whole system, because the system is porous. These old haggard people, they should go and rest. They should go and rest, man. They have been there. We know it's at Chiroma, Boba Bello. Every year, the same people we hear in our ears coming to tell us that they want to run for office. When then, if they don't run, if they don't succeed now, they just go and join Pobia. That's what they have been doing. Issa Chiroma has been Minister of Communication, Minister of this, Minister. They don't get tired. Boba Bello, the same thing. Now it's time for these young guys to take over. Okay? If these guys take over, things will change in that country. At least for the moment. Because those old people have held that country spellbound. It's very difficult for things to change when these old people are there. They are looking at you like that. Everybody is in his 80s and 90 years old. They don't think about the future. They're only thinking about what they can take before they die. They don't think about fixing the future. But young people will think, hey, this future is ours for tomorrow, right? Let's change it.